Morning.
Morning.
Welcome back to Morning Coffee.
Today we got a good one in mind for you. Steve's first Young Life Club.
Yeah, so Luke over here, he always is going to this thing called Young Life. He said, so a lot of the times he's saying he goes to club, he goes to campaigners, he goes to dismissal. I'm not familiar, I'm not caught up in all this Young Life lingo, so to speak. I'm not, I'm not part of the whole
Club.
Young Life culture, you know what I mean? I don't know.
Young Life culture.
So I have no
like
idea
that.
where he goes 6 days out of the week, you know what I mean?
Literally though. Jeez, not bad. Yeah, Steve probably thinks I'm gonna go in a white van up to these schools. That's literally what everyone thinks when I tell them what I do. It's the worst, but it's not what I do.
You gotta explain to everybody what it is you do.
I literally. Oh, freak! Ow! Jeez! It's all about water, Steve. Look at these stitches. Ow!
Was it really that hot?
Yeah, it was that hot. Oh, that's what it's for.
Anyway, tell them what it is. Tell them what it is you do at Young Life.
Young Life. Well, I certainly don't burn people with hot
Good.
thingies.
Yeah, nobody should be doing that. You know what I mean?
Ow. That hurt. Anyways.
I come back to the dorm later. You just had a huge red like.
No, you'll be coming back to the dorm and I'll always have a cup of boiling water just waiting for you. Whoosh.
Yeah, that's what I want to see.
Just kidding. That's not going to go well. Anyways, Young Life. Young Life.
Young Life.
What I do every day is it's a ministry organization, so I go and I lead it at a certain high school, just one high school here in Springfield, and I go up there, try to go up there every day, just to see kids at dismissal. I'm also a coach, cross-country coach, like we talked about in one of the other videos, so I get to see kids there and just hang out and be myself and start to form relationships with them. And once I become their friends and get on a good trust level of responsibility and trustworthiness, then I can just try to share the gospel with them. And where Steve went, Young Life Club, last night, is where we bring these kids. So they have a safe atmosphere and clean fun just to experience that in an easy place to be vulnerable and share the gospel with them. So
it was. Let me tell you about my. What was it called? What was it called?
Young Life All Area Club.
Not just club, all area club.
And this is different because it was all the schools in the Springfield area. So it was pretty huge.
There were a lot of high schoolers there.
There were.
It was basically summed up as this. Basically a big party.
Oh,
for the first part of it. So get there, they're all outside, doing whatever before they're allowed in, you know what I mean?
Playing games, throwing the ball around, talking.
Now keep in mind, I'm a
guys finessing with girls.
What the? Oh, disregard whatever nonsense he says about that. Like, I'm a junior in college, right? These are a bunch of like high school kids. I'm not there for the Young Life thing, meaning I'm just there spectating because he was talking during it, so I came to check it out.
He didn't know exactly what it was at all, so I said, this is a perfect place to come.
Yeah.
This is what you'll find where I do Young Life.
So I'm just there purely as a spectator. Well, I found myself sucked into what he calls the tunnel.
Which is not a Young Life culture at all. And
I think it is.
People
it is.
in a line.
It's only Young Life because in Young Life they like beat you up through it. They were pushing kids around, shoving them through, literally. So I was in the flow. Couldn't get out of the wake.
So you didn't want to be in the flow.
I couldn't.
Wanted to be out of the flow. Nemo. Finding Nemo.
You're just Nemo.
No, there's a list behind that, Steve. There's a reason we do that.
Why?
Physical touch. Kids don't experience that, so like it's a clean, physical handshake, high five, tap on the shoulder.
Yeah, come through, yeah.
It's good stuff. You felt wanted, didn't you? Next
Yep. I felt part of this whole Young Life thing.
See? Good job. I'm glad.
Nothing like getting smacked around when you're trying to walk into a building. You know what I mean? I wish every time I walked into a room in campus, I just got hit a bunch of times.
Or burned with boiling water.
So I get in there. I wanted to go left because that's what was standing in the back. Well, I went right because I was sucked in the whole wave, so I had to trek my way through everybody. So I then proceeded to stand, in the back, and was watching, not doing all the games. They made pyramids. What other games were there? They got in groups. Oh, they had a game where, get this, you had to get in groups, and that was it. You had to find, and so they shouted out a number like 15, 3, so 2,
18.
and you had to go find that many people and make that number, make that large of a group. That was it.
Hey, that's fun. That's called a mixer game. Steve.
Mixer games. See, I'm on the Young Life lingo.
Get everybody going. Get everyone
everybody going.
Acclimated and feeling comfortable with everyone around.
That was good hand movements. I was trying to do the similar hand movements there. So I was watching this whole thing go down. You know what I mean? It was interesting. And then they played some music, they played like Bon Jovi and Taylor Swift right after another. So that was interesting.
Hey, those are good songs.
The kids were going crazy. They were jumping up around, dancing. It was like a dance party. So I was good in the back watching.
I was good back where I was.
Yeah, absolutely. That whole thing was going down, and the whole time I'm standing next to this older couple. I don't know anybody there. I didn't know who they were, so I'm like, oh, they're probably just watching too. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna stand back here. You know what I mean? There's some guy next to me too. Well, it turns out Luke was telling me she's pretty involved in Young Life.
Yep.
What does she do?
Correct. She's she's on the board. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
And it helps out with just prayer and financially, I think. Pretty sure.
Yeah. All right. So I was standing next to her. Well, I wasn't obviously doing any of the activities, the games, because I was watching.
He looked like a recluse in the back. He was kind of
kind
of in the corner like this.
No, I was standing back there. You know what I mean? When everyone else was doing their thing. So towards the end, I was after he spoke a little bit, which is what I came to kind of check out. They were doing this other game. They made. Well, I'll get to that one in a second. But they did this other game, you know what I mean? Obviously, I'm still standing there. And she leaves, and then I see her kind of go talk to somebody. And then I see this guy turn around and look at me, start walking over to me. And I'm like, oh boy, here we go.
Gives him one of these.
He kind of goes like, hey man, he either says, what's your name or what school do you go to? And as soon as he said that, I'm like, oh no. He thinks that I'm here, I'm a high schooler, that I don't want to get involved. And I'm like, oh. So I quickly said, oh hey man, I'm actually not part of this, I'm just here to watch one of my friends who was a leader here. He's like, oh alright. And then I was like, and then I explained to her, because she had asked me a question, I forget what she asked me. I'm like, oh, sorry, I'm actually just here to watch my roommate give his message and check out this old Young Life thing. So, it was pretty funny though. As soon as that guy looked at me and started walking over, I'm like, oh, I know exactly why he's coming over.
I'm a junior in college.
No, I'm not part of this.
Get out.
So yeah, it was good. It was a fun time.
Steve, let me ask you, what was your favorite game that you got to watch?
Let me just be as I'm going to describe the games to you, and not from my perspective, but from a perspective of someone going there. I'm just going to describe the games. So they had this pyramid game where they made pyramids. And the
Human pyramids.
Yeah, the people stacked on top of each other, and then they had another game. You had to get in groups, and
Talked
was
about it earlier.
Yeah, they had another game where it was like, okay, it's like musical chairs, but I'm starting around like, where are the chairs? And then they get like 6 guys, 7 girls. So I'm like, that number ratio doesn't make any sense. So I'm like, do some thinking. Wait a second. What's going on there? So the guys ended up being the chairs. The girls had to circle around the guys. When the music stopped, the girls literally had to tackle one of the guys as a cheer. As you can see, his coffee's done. Mine's not yet. Which, by the way, I've been using this. These are the coffee beans we've been using. I'm using this Ghost Light Coffee, which is the coffee shop name. It's a light roast coffee beans.
Blended with caramel and chocolate, though. For the ladies.
No, it just has that taste. It's not blended with anything. He's trying to throw you off. He's trying to steer you guys
Straight
wrong.
black.
I'm trying to steer you right.
Just how I like my coffee. But anyways, that's all we got for you guys. I'm enjoying my coffee while Steve isn't, just as usual.
Hey, we'll take it easy, guys.
It's been Steve and Luke. We'll see you next time.